it still says it's starting.
Yeah, it's live now. The broadcast
Okay,
is
cool.
live.
It says it's live. So
can you just share the link with me so that I can also post it with, in my course as well?
yes,
because I think the person who has started the call. Yeah, you can share the share your C9 with you. My ID is just give me a moment.
Yeah. Should I invite you, or should I just send you the link over our other Hangouts chat?
My ID is BG. Let me just send you the link. I mean, my ID over the Hangouts chat.
Okay. Okay, I'm just going to send you the link over Hangouts because you can probably use that if you like.
Okay, currently I think I'm only in read-only mode, so you'll have to give me write access as well. So I have shared my.
Yeah, it said there that you've come online.
Yes, I am online already.
But now. Okay, cool. I see you've sent your rates.
Yes, you have to invite people. You have to enter my ID and send an invitation.
Cool, and it should be on read write as well. All right, there we go.
Okay. Let me just check.
Is it working?
Yeah, I typed in a few things and you can check if you're able to see them to make sure.
Okay.
I'm on line 15 now.
Yeah, I can see you. Test comment. Yeah, I mean, it's very laggy. I think we just got some latency issues here, but it's working.
Okay, that should do.
Yeah, we're kind of on the other side of the world from each other, so.
Okay, so we'll go one by one. I mean, we'll start with the first requirement. I mean, from the README file. So so how
yeah. So the first one.
How familiar are you with the Ruby code? I mean, have you really worked with Ruby?
Yeah, I'm not that familiar with it. I mean, this is starting with this course is really my introduction to Ruby. So I know what's taught in the Code Academy courses and some basic stuff. Like that's about it.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. So that should.
So even this and this is part 1, question 1. So how are you familiar with it?
It's quite easy actually. So you just have to iterate through the array and then have some variable and then add up the subsequent number to the sum, and finally, once you have finished the iteration, the final value in the sum variable is what the total sum of the array will be. So it's quite an elementary method of finding sum of a group of elements. Did you actually come up with some other ideas like this, or does this seem okay with you?
I'm actually I didn't catch everything you said there. It was just breaking up a little bit. So, what was your question?
The requirement is to we get an array of group of elements of numbers primarily, and what we have to do is we have to return the sum of the elements in that particular array. So that is what we have to do. So in that, the specific requirements will be to check if the array is actually empty. So if it is empty, we don't have to sum up anything. We'll just have to return 0. If it isn't, then we'll have to pick each element, calculate the sum, and then return the value of the sum. So that is our requirement for this part. So do you have any idea or come up or thought about how this can be done?
Well, I did some research before we started on this question one. So it looks like because of the requirement, we need to it needs to return 0 if it's an empty array. So we've got you in the we've got your return 0 if array, and then we're calling the method empty with the question mark for true or false. And
yes.
So that will, if the array is not empty, then it will return. Sorry, if the array is empty, then it will return 0. So that's that part of the argument already taken care of.
Okay. Okay. So.
And then the next part. So I actually had to look up this. So it looks like I didn't really know about this because I don't know if you can see if I'm highlighting, but I'm talking about this part here, where you actually use the inject method to. I'm not 100% sure what that actually does. I'm assuming it means when a value is injected into the array, then you would add them together in this case.
Okay.
Is that right?
I'm not particularly sure about that because we are not injecting a new element into the array. What we are doing is we already have an array, and we are passing it to the sum function, so sum method. So your case is that when you have a single element array, when you push in a new element, then it automatically gets added up to the already existing element, and when you pop that, the sum will be reduced by the number which was popped out of the array. So what I thought was, there's a simple mechanism that we use in other programming languages to find the sum. So what we do is we iterate through the array. So we iterate through each element, and when we iterate, we have a temporary variable called sum, which is like initialized to the first element. So in the first iteration, sum will be the first element. In the second iteration, sum will be the value in the sum, which is the first element plus the second element. In the third iteration, sum will be the sum of the first two elements plus the third element. And in the final iteration, sum of the previous elements and with the final element. So when the iteration ends, the loop ends, whatever value is left in the sum is the sum of the array. So that is like a very simple mechanism to find the sum of the elements in an array. Did you get what I just explained?
Yeah, I think I understand for the most part.
What I am saying is the usual, the method of calculating the sum of elements in an array that we use in other OO language, object-oriented languages like C++ or Java or C. So I'm not sure if there is any specific OOB method to just calculate the sum of the elements in an array. So I thought this could be, a simple yet effective method to calculate the sum.
Okay, it does sound like it will work. So,
if you want, I can just.
I don't know. What would? Yeah, can you type it out on the in the editor, and we can see
Sure.
how you're explaining
it. Just type it on your editor. I'll initialize two variables. So J is for the iterator. I mean, it will increment every time we move from one element to the other element in an array. And I'll find out the length of the array. We'll have it as. So we know how long we have to iterate through the array if we know the length of the array.
Okay.
So now what we have to do is we have to initiate an iterator like a for loop, or so what I do is I x times J is our iterator, so J so this end will end the loop actually, not the else part. So once we end, once we are done with the iteration for x times, that is x is the length of the array, we will return the sum. And that will be the end of the else part.
Okay.
So this is how it works.
Just, I mean, that makes sense.
So we'll try running the spec file for this.
Okay. I think and it passes. Oh wait, did you save it?
I think I've saved it. Did you try running it?
Let me try again. Just make sure. Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah, so that works.
Yeah. So this is like a very simple method to find the sum of elements in an array. I mean, we don't have to, look at specific methods or use specific Ruby elements. But if there is any specific Ruby functionality or a method that can do this in less than the number of lines, I mean, I've used some 4 or 5 lines of code to get this done. But if there is any shorter method or a simpler method to, I mean, Ruby is a lot more simpler language when compared to other languages, right? Not like C++ or Java, where you have to actually write out each and every line of code. Ruby has inbuilt libraries and methods which can be called whenever you want. But I'm not aware of any specific method.
But I like this because I don't know all the methods off by heart, or I don't even know them very well at all. So the way that you've done it here is actually great because you can see exactly each step in the code as it's being processed, rather than a method doing all the work for us, but then not really understanding exactly how it's working.
Okay. I mean, do you get what exactly is done here? I mean, is the code understandable for you?
Yes.
Okay. If that is the case, then I think probably we can move on to the next part of the requirement, that is requirement 2 of part 1.
Yeah. So let's go on to part 2.
Okay.
Number 2 of part 1. So what do we have to do? We have to define the method max2sum array, which takes an array of integers as an argument and returns the sum of its two largest elements. For an empty array, it should return 0. For an array with just one element, it should return that element. Okay. So it's kind of similar to what we just did, but with some different parameters.
Okay. Okay. So I think this is just going to be similar to whatever that we did. What we have to do is we have to find the maximum of. Let me just wait. Okay. What we can do is we can start the array first, which means that we can start the array in ascending order, which means that the maximum, the highest element will be towards the end of the array, and the one before that will be if the nth element is the maximum element, n-1 will be the second maximum element. So we can just add up those two and then find the sum of the maximum two elements.
Exactly.
So the preliminary step will be to sort the array first, and then sum the nth element and then the n-1 element. So that should give you the answer.
I'm just trying to figure it out in my head quickly.
Okay.
Okay, so we have to have that same what you did up here, like.
Yes, that's the default case. So in case if it is empty, then we'll have to return 0.
Okay, so it's just I'm just gonna give it a go, like, and you can tell me if I'm kind of going down the wrong path.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Actually, that it takes an array of integers as an argument and returns the sum of its two largest elements. So how would we actually get it to figure out which ones are the two largest?
Yes. Simple way is to just sort the array. So if you sort the array in ascending order,
so sort the array.
Yes, if you sort the array in ascending order, then the final element will be the highest or maximum element, and the one before that will be the second largest element. And we just have to add those two up, and then that will give you the sum of the maximum two elements.
Okay, that makes sense. Shit, it makes sense, but I don't know how to type it.
Okay. If you had gone through the Code Academy Ruby course, I think you should remember that.
And I remember it, but I don't remember it well enough.
Okay.
I think I need to go through it again though.
Oh, that's not a problem. There is an inbuilt start function within Ruby, so you don't have to type in a starting algorithm like a quick sort or merge sort or something like that. So all you have to do is call the sort function and then push the array to the function. It will sort the array and it will give back the sorted array. Once you have the sorted array, it just makes sense to sum up the last element and the one before that. So you can try to find out and then type the code probably. You can just even go to Code Academy and then get the sort function, or just search the internet and then try to
yeah, I've got the documentation open here.
Okay. Sorting an array in Ruby, that's actually quite easy. I mean, all you have to do is array.sort will give you the sorted array.
Yeah. I'm just in terms of how to lay it out, because we've got here, like, I know you declared these variables j and
that is not
x.
needed for now. That is not needed for now, because since we are manually calculating the sum, we'll have to iterate to the entire array. But sort function we don't have to write out the sort code. I mean, sort method in Ruby will sort the array automatically. So all we have to do is just call the sort function. Yes, array.sort will give you the sorted array.
Okay.
And you can store this in another temporary variable, probably like sorted array or something like that. A is equal to array dot sort. We'll probably store what that particular line will do is it will pull in array, sort it, and then store it in A, so that you still have the unsorted array in your array memory. So you don't lose your yes. And what you have to do is sum is equal to.
Okay. Sum is equal to.
I think it's better that you type it on the next line.
Okay.
Sum is equal to A of.
Sum is equal to 0 can as well.
No, you don't have to initialize sum is equal to 0. You can definitely go to sum is A of n. A of not n actually. I'm sorry. You have to find the length of the array first. So let's store x is equal to a dot length.
Okay, so.
And line before the yes, x is equal to a dot length. We'll give you the length of the array.
Okay.
And all you have to do
does this need to go on the line before?
Okay, that's not a problem. You can have it anywhere you want.
Either way, yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
No
A of
okay, where we are.
Sum is equal to A of x. A of x will give you the final element, that is the maximum element.
Okay, sum is equal to a of like like that.
The square bracket, like an array, how you refer an array. And within the x within the bracket is. I think it should be a small x, not the lowercase x, whatever that you use to find the length.
Wait, so again, no, so x, it is the lowercase x.
Okay, plus.
That'll be the array length, so plus.
So A of x will give you the maximum element, plus A of x minus 1.
A of x minus 1.
A of x minus 1, no, plus A of x minus 1.
No, I'm confused.
Let me just type it for you.
Okay. Okay, I see.
I think that to give you the sum of.
Don't you need to return max to sum?
No, this is the sum of maximum 12 elements. So what it does is, so let's say that
I see. Okay, yeah.
Well, I'll type in the comments for you just to make sure that you understand. So what this does is, so let's say that your array has I'll comment these out. Array has 5, 2, 3, 7. So let's say that this is our array, and we need to find the maximum sum of maximum 2 elements. So what are the maximum 2 elements in this array?
Well, it would be 5 and 7.
Yes. So this entire code has to return 5 plus 7 is equal to 12. So that should be the output of this program. So what this line does is, so we are finding the length of the array. So what is the length? So this has 4 elements. So length of the array is equal to 4.
Yeah.
And what this does is it sorts the array. So the sorted array will now be 2, 3, 5, 7. So this is the sorted array. So now the largest element and the one before that are located towards the end of the array now.
Okay.
You understand? So this is like, let me just explain it. So
yeah.
So this is like the
when you're calling I just when you call a of x and then you say -1, that means it's going to be, yeah, I remember this now. So each value in the array has I can't remember the name of it, but it's basically got an assignment. Yeah, an index.
That's
there
an
we
index. Yeah. So
Okay.
what we now know that the highest element is located in the last index, and the one before that is located in the index before that. And we know that the index for array start from 0, not 1. So which means we have to change the code over here. It will be x minus 1 and x minus 2 because x will give you 4. Our index starts only from 0. So to get to the last element, it should be 4 minus 1. So 4 minus 1 will give you 3. 4 minus 2 will give you 2. And at 3 we have 7. At 2 we have 5. So 5 plus 7 will give you 12.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It's just yeah, I totally forgot that how it handles the arrays. So yeah, that actually makes sense.
So you can try running it and then see if it works.
Okay. Did you save it?
Yeah, let me just save it. 1 second. Yes, I have saved it.
Okay. Wait a second. So it's not running. Strange.
I mean, what problem are you facing running this?
Yeah, it's not running. I had this before, and then I got it working, but now when I try and run the RSpec again, it's just saying it's not going to load the file.
What is the error?
Let's see, error. What? Unexpected? No, that's not the error. Class defined in method. But you know, that's not right.
Oh,
Maybe
okay,
just try it like this.
Okay, I think there is a mistake in the method definition. Can you try now? I just added a question mark, so that is how it was given in the
Okay.
RSpec file. If you look at the RSpec, okay, just go to part 1 RSpec. It's already open on your next tab. Yeah, okay. They have called the function with a question mark actually. If you is that how they call the function, or they haven't mentioned that?
I'm just having a look at it now.
They have used the question mark. Let me just remove that. Try again. I'll remove the comments now. Try again.
Oh yeah, it's not 25, it's 23. Okay, why am I getting this error?
Which line does it say?
Ruby entry. Fast definition with syntax error, and it's not getting an error. It's not giving an error on the RSpec. It's not actually loading the RSpec.
Okay.
Ruby intro. Unexpected. Wait, it does say. Wait, it says syntax error. Unexpected end of input.
Can you try running the RSpec for the previous code? I mean, the sum of elements in the array, part 1.
Let me try that. Make sure that it's right. Yeah, same error.
Okay, let me try running it from my end.
'Kay.
I don't think there is anything wrong with the code though.
Yeah, I don't think so either. That's why I'm confused by why it's bringing up an error. Because this artifact file was running, but a little bit earlier, it did the same thing to me. So
okay.
I'm just a little bit confused by it.
Okay. I'm sorry. I haven't entered the else block in the code. So I think we must remember that every time we start an if else, we need to end the if.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me try again. There we go. So let's see. We got some failures here.
I think we have one case failing now.
Yeah, we do.
So we didn't have the case to handle an array with just one element. So an array with just one element, like it should return the value of that element. So all we can, all you have to do is include one more thing in the middle, if else. I think you should do that right now.
Yeah. Let me try again. Let's see. Enter part 1.
Yeah, it says 5 pass and 0 failures, which means that everything is working. We have handled all the requirements.
Awesome.
If it says that there is one failure, that when previously it said the one failure, now we have fixed that, so there is no failure now, which means that we have fulfilled all the requirements for this part.
Yeah, I'm just looking over your code again, man. I can, like, you've obviously got some experience coding, so it's pretty interesting to me to see it like this.
Okay. And do you? I mean, are you aware how exactly this works, the pair programming part? Because it says that we'll be graded based on how we are, if we just give pair programming a try, then I think they'll give you the grades for the pair programming part. Because if you don't do pair programming, then you get only 50% of the grades, even you have done everything in the code.
Yeah, I did see that. So, and for this assignment, I mean, the pair programming grades is really just if we can work together and communicate. Like, we have a pair partner, we rotate driver and navigator, we communicate effectively. That's really the requirements for this session, at least. And then, like you said as well, to pass the course, you only need to have at least tried pair programming.
Okay,
so, you know, which we have done already. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like I really need to spend more time in that Ruby tutorial on Codecademy and just in the documentation and get more familiar with the language, because like, the reason I'm taking the course is really to learn more about Agile development, because I want to get work in a place where they develop using Agile methodology. So the code side of it is like the side that I'm not so experienced with. It's more the business aspect that I'm interested in. But to learn that, I need to know the code as well, you know?
Yeah, I understand. Are you working or are you
so, yeah, no, I'm working.
Oh, okay.
So I'm working. I do customer support for our application, but I want to move into more of a technical role. So that involves learning more about it.
Okay, I mean, this is like a very good place to, Ruby is a very simple language. It's not as complex as other procedural
Yeah, I
languages
think
like
so.
C++ or Java. So those are quite complex languages, and it takes time to learn them. So I mean, this is a good way to start. A light way to start your, your technical learning. So I mean, do you want more help on this?
And
Probably.
I
So we
think
have
so
tried
too.
out. I mean, we have done pair programming. So I think if you can just go through more Ruby codes online, and then Ruby.org. So if you look at those things, probably you'll get a more and then try out some simple programs, and then get back to this. Probably it will be easier for you.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't want to just have you go through the whole thing with me, because then
Yes, yes, exactly.
like I want to be able to sit through and learn through it as well, and I don't want to waste your time either. But if I can get in touch with you again, like if I ever get stuck, I would really appreciate that, because you clearly know what you're doing and you explain things well as well. So that's it's been really helpful to me, just this short session already. So
okay. You can just message me on Hangout whenever you want. I'll be able to help you out and answer things. So I mean, we can just pair throughout the course. I mean, as you go through the course, we can just work together and then try to complete it and then learn things as we go.
that sounds perfect.
Okay. Okay, then can you just share me the share the link, broadcast link for this?
Yeah, I will do. I think do I have to share it after or before? No, I can share it now.
You can Hangout chat.
So I'm gonna send it to you now. For now, we can use that. Yeah, I'm just gonna send it to you over Hangouts.
Okay.
Should be able to get it there. It'll probably only save there once we end the Hangout, and then yeah, we can use this. Maybe we can have another session. I'm gonna try and carry on with this homework and learn some more Ruby, and then I'll be in touch.
Okay, I think you have just sent it.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Just give me a moment.
All right, cool.
Okay, yeah. I have that.
All right, awesome. How do I say your name, man? How do I pronounce it?
You can call me Kumar or Bharat, Bharat. I mean, Bharat. Bharat. You can call me Bharat.
Bharat.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Well, yeah. Thanks so much for the session, Bharat. This you showed me some stuff, and I want to dig into it a bit deeper on my own as well. So, yeah, thanks, and I'll be in touch again. Maybe we can do another session later. Okay, cool.
Yeah, goodbye. You have a nice day.
All right. You too. Cheers.
I think you can